Welcome back, everyone. This is our second live stream of the day, the May to August catalog and May online exclusive launch. Maybe by the end of the day, I'll be able to get those words strung together in an order that makes sense. But so far, it's a struggle. Sorry, YouTube was over there and it had sound on it. Threw me off. So, welcome back. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for spending what is a very rainy day for us in Middle Tennessee today. I appreciate you being here and sharing some excitement about this new catalog with me. The first video, we talked about everything up until the suites. So we covered the icons that are in the catalog, the quick and easy, the step-by-step. So we talked about kits and we looked at the scrapbook workshop kits, and they're going to come into play a bit with our suites as well because of the coordination that we see with the products. You've had some posts that have taken place outside of the live stream. Many of those are good for door prize entries, so be sure and comment. You have until Thursday to comment on those posts and be in drawings to earn door prizes. And my job during the rest of the weekend will be to get cards made to go out with those prizes so that when I draw next Thursday, Friday, you'll be able to get your prize timely, which means I also need to step up my ordering and get those prizes on hand because they are not here yet. So let's talk about what we have. Okay, so far the scavenger hunt posted at 10, so right as we wrapped up the last live stream, and then at 10:30 the product of the month posted, and we talked about those in the first video and how awesome they are and what a cool promotion this is. And we're going to break the suites up into two videos. So we're going to tackle the first three, I believe it is, in this video, this live stream, and then we'll hit the next ones at, let's see, what time is that one? That will be at 1 o'clock. So I know there was something else. Oh, I wanted to talk about the paper mixer craft class. So I did post some graphics about that, and I'm super excited about this class. Right, it's much more well, I think it is a little bit more generic is not the word I want. Versatile, that's the word that I want. So in the supply list you can see the products that they're going to be using, the essential supplies, and then some that you might want to have on hand to step up your game, so to speak, right? So the sending salutation stamp set, you'll want that. We took a brief look at that in the first video, but it'll come back up to play when we get to the stamps as well. Then you'll need some basic white cardstock, the Beautiful Ordinary Life DSP, the Homemade Sweetness DSP, the Paper Medley Mix-In DSP, the Classic Labels Mix and Match Ephemera, and then as accents, the Floral Flight accents. And a lot of those are going to make more sense as we get into the catalog. So I'm super excited about this class. These classes are, you don't receive product when you purchase this class. So the class is $30, and what do you get from that? You're going to join a private exclusive Facebook that's private exclusive to that class. Oh my gosh. And you'll receive video instruction, live stream instructions. I think it's live from, well, but at this point it will be, we'll be watching replays. But you'll receive the professional instruction from Stampin' Up, some concept artists. Sarah may teach some of them, but it's going to be pretty great. I haven't done it yet. I think it aired live on the 21st. And then now we have the replay to watch. So when you purchase it, you'll receive a link to join that Facebook group, and that will give you access to everything after that. Your access to those videos, they're recorded, and they will remain for some duration. I know that even the virtual album retreat from last July is still available. So they're going to keep these up for us to enjoy for quite some time. So that's the paper mixer class. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to comment on that post and we'll get those answered as we go forward. Alrighty, so moving on, let's switch cameras. Guys, I did get my hair cut and I've hopefully washed all the loose hair off of me, and now we're going to jump back into the catalog. So we're going to start at page 14, and a little peaceful pine over here on our left. Imagination is the compass, creativity is the journey. That's pretty cool. So talking about the suites we have, and this is pretty cool, this page 15 gives us the names of each suite. So we have the Bloom Boutique. Guys, I did take a headache pill this morning. We're going to say that that's the reason my mouth and my brain are a little disconnected. Let's just work with me there, okay? So the Bloom Boutique Suite Collection, Waterside Retreat Suite Collection, Valley in Bloom Suite Collection, Scenic Coast Suite Collection, Beautiful Ordinary Life Suite Collection, Velvet Meadow Suite Collection, Moonlit Flora Suite Collection. So you'll see the pink in on each one of these to indicate that these are brand new. You'll also see one order code and the price and the page number that suite appears in. Okay, so and this is the price. You'll get one of each item contained in the suite. All right, so let's turn the page and dive right in. Bloom Boutique is our first suite collection, and this is just beautiful, right? We've got some scallop dies. So we have two bundles in this suite. We have a set of designer series paper, we have an embellishment set, and then we have these treat boxes as well. They look quite similar to the mini pizza box that we had in the past. The colors in the suite appear here. So we have Barely Blush, Crisp Cantaloupe, Golden Glow, Peaceful Pine, Hydrangea Hue, and Gold. So we have all 5 of the new in colors in this suite. So that in itself sold me. And then you get some samples here. You can see a couple of cards that were made, the way the box was decorated. I love to use these boxes as treats for a retreat, for a special class. I save all of these mini boxes and use those throughout the years. Okay, we'll just own that. We get a look at a scrapbook page here, the corresponding scrapbook workshop kit that we looked at, right? Remember, in this workshop, the scrapbook workshop kit, you have 9 sheets of designer series paper, 5 sheets of 2-tone cardstock, the stickers and pre-cut images, 2 sheets of white willow cardstock, step-by-step instruction, and then the photo placeholder. And then these are the pages that, if you're following the instructions exactly, these are the 6 pages that you should have when you complete that kit. Now, coming backwards just a little bit, I'm trying to get this straight, there is a bundle that coordinates with the scrapbook workshop kit, which coordinates with the suite as well. So there's actually 3 bundles in this suite collection in my mind, okay? Now this bundle is sold separately. It's not part of the suite. The scrapbook workshop kit is not part of the suite collection. The products on this page are part of the suite collection. So these 2 bundles, the designer series paper, the little boxes, and the embellishments are part of the suite. Okay, so that's what you get for $135.50 US if you purchase the entire collection. Then you can add on some other products, right? So you can add on the set of designer series paper with the sticker sheet. So if you wanted to extend that fun, you can add on the 2-tone cardstock collection. I love doing these combinations of the 2-tone cardstock. It's helping me build my collection of that product line. And then here is the bundle as well. So I actually have this entire suite. So let's take a closer look. So here's the first stamp set and dies. Now this is not the way I'm storing my products now, and you know that, right? I'm labeling. I will put MA26 and a D up here. On the die cut side, I will put the name of the dies, the name of the bundle here, and then I will slide those together in a single envelope. I'll put the dies on a magnetic sheet, and I have some of those that I'll show you as we go along as well, but these have just arrived. I haven't played with them, so I don't have that really to show you, but I will show you how I'm doing that when we get to the products that I have already set up that way. So this beautiful two-step stamp, right? Look at all this depth and texture in the florals. You could also color these with your blends, color these with your blender pens and ink pads, color them with your watercolor pencils. So many choices for these and so many beautiful images. And then you've got these coordinating dies as well. And remember let's see, as I say that, oh, I don't know that it does. Oh, I bet it will when we get there. So I'm going to hold that thought. You have 14 stamped images, 14 dies. So that is the Boutique Blossoms bundle. Then you also have the Scalloped Blooms bundle. So you have your greetings, your stamped greetings, and then you have some shaped dies. We're going to take a look at those in just a second, but this happy birthday, these are beautiful font, beautiful greetings, wishing you a day of relaxation, happiness, and love. You're a blessing to me. Thank you for being there for me, and your kindness means so much. So gorgeous greetings. And then the dies, look at the size of those scallops, right? Had no idea until you pulled those out, did you? So we've got what, 2, 4, 6, 7, and you can see that we're going to get some stitching on every other die. Look at these fun labels or tags that we have in here, and the multiple leaves that get cut out, and the smaller circles, and then another tag. So wow, we haven't had scallops in a while, so I'm pretty excited about that. I believe this is actually a suite that they have identified will stay remain current for the full year, so that's always good to know. I don't know why that seems so critical for me to put that back together. The little butterflies, let's take a look at them. So these are the in colors. So gorgeous. Let's see if I can get those to, can you see those? So they've got a little shimmer to them. Look at these little tiny, tiny guys, right? Just to give you an idea, that's the tip of my Take Your Pick tool. So much fun to use those. I've not used those yet. I've been a little busy with other things, and we'll talk about that in a bit too. I'd love to know. So our summer is technically just starting. What are you all going to be up to this summer? I've seen some comments on that post. I can't wait to go back and hear more about our roller skating legend, Gail Wilson. Who knew? If either one of us was brave, Gail, I loved to roller skate. I did not do anything other than be at the skating rink every Friday and Saturday night if there wasn't a football game. But I can skate backwards. I know how to waltz on skates. That's a very important qualifier. Okay, here are the little boxes. I wanted to get this out without having to rip apart the whole container. Not quite sure that's going to be possible. They are packaged in here pretty tightly. Oh, here it goes. Okay, so, oh, and there's a window sheet, right? So this is not completely open. Sturdy cardboard. Just hold on those score lines, and we'll put one of these together. This would have been a great thing for a little Mother's Day treat. Okay. So folds over, locks in place, no adhesive needed. Guys, you can color these, you can spritz them, paint them. But aren't they cute? So they're about 3.5 square. Yeah. So super cute. I've got some swap cards I'll show you at some point too. I think I've got a couple that use this suite. All right, so let's look at the DSP. This is what I always lose on my desk. Okay. The end to my take your pick. Whoa, that went kind of rogue. So some of these are going to look like what we saw. Look at that. It's got some gold shimmer to it. That's gorgeous. A hydrangea hue. More gold foil on this side with some crisp cantaloupe and some fairly blush. And we have some pretty pine and hydrangea hue on this side with some gold foil. Some more hydrangea hue. Oh, how pretty is that? I don't see any hydrangea in here, but that's the only color I don't see. And here's that pretty pine. Wow. This is beautiful. A gold foil on each side of the 6 patterns. And then here's one of the swap cards that I received, fluttering by to say hi. And I have that greeting on this one. This is a different DSP we'll talk about. And then some butterflies, and then this paper that you've just seen as well. So each catalog, my team does a swap. And I think it was a pretty busy time for everybody because we didn't get a lot of people participating this time. Okay, put that there. Then let's look at the other bundle. This is actually the bundle that I really had to have first. This little, oh, can't think of my word. Okay. So these seem like, you know, these are not, yeah, I don't know, lots of love, a day to remember. I'm filled with love for you today and always, you know, beautiful for your cards and your scrapbooks alike. 14 dies, 10 stamped images. This, I love that. So you've got some coordination here. This is going to cut out this. This is going to cut out this. Then looks like we get these, even these. So some gorgeous layering, lots of detail. Let's take a look at these dies. Oh gosh, there's some adorable kids out with their rain boots, their umbrellas, and their raincoats. So lots of details in these dies. So that's going to be lots of fun. And then remember we looked at the scrapbook kit in the earlier video. I'm not going to pull that back out. I'm just going to say, you know, this is great value. I think it is $38. You're going to make 3 double page spreads, so 6 pages total, and they're pretty sweet. So I'm a pocket scrapbooker frequently, but I'm a hybrid scrapbooker, so I scatter everything through my albums. Some will be digital pages that I print to insert, others will be from these kits, and then some may be pocket pages that I've added as well. I did an album for Hardin for graduation. It's not complete, but it's complete enough that I can show you some of it. The Waterside Retreat. Now, I grew up boating, and my dad was a fisherman. He fished every weekend in the summer in bass tournaments, so we were on the water frequently. And then when I was in college, my parents actually moved to the lake, and we got not a ski boat, a pleasure boat, and so, but we did ski behind it. So this makes me think of my friend Rosemary, who has a cabin that they go to frequently on a lake in East Tennessee. So I know she and I are going to have to play with this a bit. I don't think I have any of this yet being the key word, because I'm going to have to do this for my dad for Father's Day. And of course, I always love an Adirondack chair. But the paper, this is just beautiful. So the suite is $68.75, and it includes the one bundle with called Relaxing Waterside, and there is the designer series paper is a 12 by 12 collection of designer series paper, and then these anchor trinkets. Just how fun. And then the colors are Old Olive, Pool Party, Misty Moonlight, Pecan Pie, Berry Vanilla, and Gray Granite. So I love that collection of colors. And we saw a lot of projects with this, some amazing over-the-top projects with this at Onstage. Now, the Valley in Bloom, it's been in my cart, it's jumped out of my cart, it's been all over my cart. I love the greens. So the colors are Lemon Lime Twist, Granny Apple, Garden Green, Pretty Peacock, Coastal Cabana, and Blackberry Bliss. So greens and purples, some of my favorites, right? So let's look. Hold on, I'm going to take a quick peek over here. Yes. Okay. And then there is this beautiful embossing folder as well. Okay, I jumped around. So there's the one bundle, Lily of the Valley bundle. Oh my gosh, I need to quit, right? The Luxe White Specialty Designer Series paper. So it's got lots of texture in it. It's 12 by 12 specialty paper. And then there's the Valley in Bloom Designer Series paper and the shimmering dots. So what I do have of this, I have the shimmering dots. So these are kind of domed. They're not flat. The butterflies were pretty flat, so they're not going to add a lot of height to your product, not going to interfere with postage. These are a little more, well, they're still pretty flat actually. They're not terribly domed, but how beautiful. I've had a white one jump up to the card. They've got lots of shimmer, and then Coastal Cabana, Lemon Lime Twist, and then a white, a pearl white. So very versatile set of embellishments there. And then remember, we looked at the corresponding scrapbook kit. I'm going to grab that. In just a second. So here we have some sample cards made with this. Look at this fun die, these two fun dies here. And then you can see the embossing folder used in the back. I think this is just gorgeous. And then here they've used that die again. And then here we talk about some of the coordination and the scrapbook workshop kit. So you can see the 6 pages up close, more closely here. What's included in that kit, that's a $38 kit, and a sample page. And if I'm not mistaken, this is not any one of these pages. So it's kind of a bonus, if you will. Extend the life of your kit with either the leftover products that you have in your kit, or using them a little differently, or adding on an extra set of the designer series paper, the adhesive die cuts, and the two-tone cardstock combination. So this is gorgeous with the yellows and greens and the touches of the Blackberry Bliss. I love these little tags coming out of the photos here. There is a link to the PDF, so if you haven't gotten your catalog, you can follow along in the PDF. What else did I want to point out here? Oh, I do have the bundle, this bundle. I love the large greetings. I think that that's what attracts me to these, because for these bundles that are first thought of for a scrapbook image, they're typically a little larger than some of the ones for your cards. But I love the large greetings. So, so here we have enjoying the simple things in life. I mean, that would go nicely with the waterside retreat. This beautiful vase. Love my family. A glimpse of us, days well spent. And then the dies. Here we have some label dies. Let's take a look. So we get some great texture dies here as well. This textured vase, a bow, and you can see, hold on, here's where this texture comes in, this lattice. Well, I'm calling it lattice. We're going with that. And then this stamp is here, and we have a die. We have a die for that as well, for those two here. We have a die for this. These labels, these massive labels. Oh, okay, now I have to figure out this. I'm guessing because it's like a garden pick. Y'all gonna work with me on that? That's what we're going with. I don't see it in use, but that's what I'm saying it is. I think it's just interesting that I was drawn immediately to these bundles. Okay, I think I just raced through. Showed you those. Showed you that. Okay, is there anything else? Let's talk about what's coming up. Put this back on me. Okay, so the next what's up? Okay, so we're at 11:30 Central. So we have a door prize post at noon. Then we have some information about the In Color Club at 12:30. So what's the In Color Club? The In Color Club is a way for you to get all the pieces of the In Color products, right? To get the shimmer brushes, to get the ink, to get the ink refills, to get the cardstock. I've forgotten all the components, but you can break that up. You can say, I want it all, and purchase that for $300, which is going to save you a little bit of money. Or you can do month by month, and each month you'll get a collection with a color, some card ideas and supplies, and then okay, words fail me. I'll have to look at that again. Maybe I'll print it out and we'll talk about it again. We'll touch on it at noon. But if you would like to break up getting that, you can certainly do that with the In Color collection, In Color Club. Maybe I'll have some caffeine at the break. And you have until Thursday, I believe, to sign up for that. So I've not done that before, so I'm following along some more seasoned friends that have done this in the past, and I'm kind of excited. I love these colors. I think this is going to be a fun way to get me using them more, and maybe you as well. So that post is going to hit at 12:30. I'll be back here at 1 Central for live number 3, and we'll wrap up the sweets at that point. And I'll try and catch up on some messages in between. And then if you have any questions, don't hesitate to comment. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I know it was last minute, and I'm so grateful to my friend Cindy for doing all the heavy lifting in putting this together and then sharing it with me. I would have had to skip this launch completely if it weren't from her. So I am so very grateful for her to doing that. So I will see you all at 1 o'clock and take a break for lunch. I'll try and reconnect my mouth and my brain a little bit, and see you again soon. Bye-bye.